So I made this automation for a client who had several businesses in different countries, US, UK, and South Africa. And he had teams and operations in those countries. And he had all these invoices sent to the same email. At first, he could just check it out himself and extract the data from that and fill this spreadsheet here for the accountant to go in and uh, do his job. And he couldn't do it anymore because it's a lot of invoices, a lot of work, and he couldn't find the time. And so what he needed is an automation like this one that can extract the data from those emails, even the ones with the PDFs, and then adds them automatically to the spreadsheets. And he couldn't give access to a VA because he couldn't trust the any VA with his logins because everything is connected to his email. And so what we're going to do is see it's working at first, and then I'm going to explain it step by step so you can just do it yourself or do something similar. So the first thing is let's test it out, and we wanted to test this when I built it, and he sent me examples of emails that he got for the invoices, and I'm going to forward it to him and see the automation work. Okay, so I'm going to send it to the client. Click on send here. We're going to check the executions for the new email. And if you see this one, add bills to free agents, the accountant here checks the invoices and then add the invoices to free agents, which I also automated. We just wanted to have his okay that this is ready. When he clicks on ready, it gets triggered. So like you see here, it's been added, and where you can see it here, it's still running, but yeah, we can see it in a sec. Okay, it's ready. We can just check the all the data. So the file name ts11 whatever, which is correct. Here is the order number, which is correct. The merchant Topaz Labs, which is correct also. Uh, the amount is correct too, and the accuracy is correct, as you can see here. So everything's looking good. And what did I build? We're going to check it out right now. So at first we get the email, then we upload the attachment to Drive, then we download the binary file. We extract the data from that. We extract the HTML code from the IMAP. Then we filter if it has certain keywords like paid, payment, invoice, bill, receipt, and if it doesn't have any of those words, it's definitely not an invoice. If it doesn't say anything about any payment, any order, any receipts, it definitely not an invoice that was paid. And the emails that had those keywords were being analyzed by this chatbot, which also determined if it is an invoice, like this parameter here is invoice or not. And then we add them. We extract the data from the output of the AI agent, which is basically a string which has like this JSON here, etc. And we just extract that and add it to the spreadsheet. And you can just stop the video here because I'm going to go in depth in the automation. I'm going to explain it step by step, and you can just if you want this workflow, just contact me and I'll send you the template. Also, this one you can just skip ahead when I talk about this automation. First thing I do is delete this delete this row because just tested this, and I don't want the client to be confused. And what I'm going to do is head here and explain. And the reason why it's like this is because I made another video, and then I found out that I'm just using the camera and not the. I wasn't sharing the screen, and so I redid this. Okay, so the first thing is the IMAP trigger. I wish that he had a Gmail account, like a Gmail, a Google Workshop, the Workspace, Google Workspace account, and we can just use the Gmail account, the Gmail node, for that, which is super useful. It has the search option, it has the filter option, and we can just use that to use it and get the email even inside the PDF. Uh, we can just get the email, download the attachment, etc. So the first idea I had is I get the email. So this is the first idea I had. So I get the email. Okay, why isn't this working? This is the worst. Okay, the first idea I had is to have just the email here and then analyze the content with the chatbot, with the AI agent. So I analyzed it, just the subject line and the email body, and see if it's an invoice or not, and extract the data. And if it's not, and if it is an invoice but the data in the body isn't complete, we just analyze the attachments. So we economize the tokens, and we don't have to use the tokens for the attachments. But with the IMAP, I couldn't do that because I couldn't like call the email. I couldn't get the attachments when I was inside the workflow. And what I did is I directly uploaded the attachments. So if it had an attachment, a PDF or anything, like it automatically, like directly adds it to Google Drive, and then I will extract I will download the file, the binary file, and then extract the data. Why I didn't use this? Like I can just change it right now. You can change it too. Like you can change the workflow. You can make this after. At first, you can just analyze, add it to the drive. This is important. You have to add it here, because if I want to upload the attachments here, like here, I couldn't do that because I can't call the binary file from the IMAP. I have I have to have this one here just after it. It's a technical problem, but in theory, we can just do it anywhere, but technically, we can't, at least right now. And I up when we add it to Drive, we can download it whenever we want inside the workflow. And when we download the file, we extract the data from it. So we extract all the data from the PDF. And if you think like, oh, it can be something that is not an invoice, and I don't want to add the attachments, it's not a problem because we will be deleting them. So and also we don't care, even if we uploaded the attachments, we don't care because this sheet only has the Google Sheet only has the data of it only has the data for what it's called, for the invoices, and so we really don't care. And so what I did is I downloaded the file, extract the data, and then convert the HTML to text. So the IMAP here, if we go to the execution, as we can see, so here in the execution, if I go to the JSON, or the schema is better. So if we see here, the text plane, there is a text plane and not just HTML, but it's really not reliable. The best one is to just convert the HTML to with the Markdown node, because it's not reliable. And if you do it yourself, like if you try it, sometimes the text plane is empty and the text HTML is not. I don't know why, but maybe something technical inside the in the back end of the node. But yeah, that's a technical problem. They It's better to use the HTML one, and so we have to convert it to text. Why we don't use HTML? Because it has a lot of tokens. Uh, a lot of tokens added, like the style, the attributes, the all these things. Like we don't need that. We need to economize. We need to save the tokens so we don't like go through all the tokens. For Gemini, they give you a million token for free and then you pay. We don't want to like go through that. We want to save. Here I just set the variables, just name the variables I'm going to use. Like the subject line, I get the subject line from the IMAP, and then I get the email body, like the text of the email body, I get it from here. And then I get the text of the attachments, like the data in the attachments, I get it from here. And so, in order not to use all these variables from different sources, I just define this set node to do it. This is a filter, so this filter only works like the data is only passed through if it has certain keywords like order, receipt, bill, invoice, so payment, paid, something like that. It go through. But emails that don't have that, like work emails, like something that you made for outreach, something like an email for a colleague, it wouldn't have that keyword, and so it's not being analyzed, and that way we can save the much more tokens. If in the email has those words like paid, payments, the AI agent here analyzes it to see if it's an invoice that is being paid, like if a payment was made. So if I just say to the AI agent, just define or determine if this is an invoice, like it's an email about an invoice, you will have duplicated rows inside the spreadsheet, because for the invoices, they can just say that the order is coming, is being delivered, when it's delivered, they will send you an email, so all of that. So you will have duplicates, and we don't want that. We only extract the emails. Like for us, it's only an invoice if it was just paid. Like it's an email that is saying, basically saying the invoice was paid. And we can check out the prompts. We can check out the prompts here. So this is the prompt, the user message. This is an email I just got. I need you to tell me if it concerns something that got paid. So not just a bill invoice that like it's talking about. No, I want you to determine if it is something that got paid, like a confirmation of a receipt, order, bill, or invoice. If it is, then I need you to extract the information from it. Is invoice yes or no? If it is an email, da, 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 da. Reference, this should be the reference of the bill, invoice, and it can also be something like an order number or an invoice number. If not found, yeah, I needed to write a D instead. Just output it as null. So I said this because sometimes we don't have all the data. Sometimes we don't have, like, the AI agent wouldn't find like the reference or the merchant, and the human can just do it himself. And if he doesn't find it, he shouldn't mess up the data. Just use null, and we'll deal with that. The amount and the currency. Here, PS, sometimes the email is of an invoice, but the data is in the attachment and not the body. In this case, we just ignore the missing information. Yeah, sometimes we just ignore the information, like I said, for the like outputting certain information as null. Now that you know what to do, here is the exact email I got. So subject line, body, and if there is an attachment, I add an attachment bullet point. If not, it's empty. Okay, like you see here, the subject line, body, all this is the body. Oh, those are a lot of, yeah, that can be optimized. Whoa, I think I missed the ones for the attachments. Body, all of this, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to see it. Yeah, it's all in green. I don't think I'm going to be able to see it. And so in the system message, I said you are a helpful assistant, and your job is to help me extract information about things that got paid, like confirmation, like basically the same thing I said here, just to confirm and make it more reliable, because AI agents, I think you know this, the AI agents are like not really reliable sometimes, and you need to be very very uh, on point with the prompts, but only if it's an email informing me that the money was just wired. I don't want to add the same invoice twice. So and you can absolutely add like a part where you check the reference, or the something you can check, like the reference, the merchants, if we have an invoice in this month or this week, just to check if it's a duplicate. But it may be better to include it in the AI agents. And of course, you can play with it to add like memory. You can add the memory, or you can have the AI agents have access to the Google Sheet to see uh, if it was just like if it is a duplicate. If but I didn't do that because it's not necessary at this point, and all the tests went through great. And I don't believe, like in this scenario, I don't believe it's necessary. And additional tools, and in the additional instructions, additional stuff means additional tokens, and we want to economize that. This code here is basically just turns this string into a structured data. And if it is an invoice, so here you see the is invoice parameter. If it's a yes, then we add it to the spreadsheet. If not, we just delete the file. And maybe, like, I'm just seeing this right now, this one here, if it's empty, if the filter stops the data, we need to have a way to yeah, we need to have a way to delete the file. We need to delete the file because it was added here, and maybe it was stopped here. And yeah, maybe it's more optimized. I'm going to add it right now. It's more optimized to delete the file right here and here. So if it's not an invoice, we just delete the file that we uploaded. And yeah, that's the automation that I added here. And it checks the email, like it's there checking all the emails that are coming through. And if it is an invoice, it adds all the data here. And of course, this wasn't enough to make all the like all the things that you see here, like the row. So this was added by AppScript. This one, so the automation only adds the ID, and we need to have all this for the. So this is just an optimization. For example, if my accountant, the accountant, see this Google ID, he needs to go to the drive and then find the file. Why? We can just have this hyperlink here, and he can just click on this link, and it redirects him to the file, which is the best way. And that's what I did. So this one was added by AppScript. As you can see here, there is an AppScript code behind, and also that adds the checkboxes, the N8N Zapier, like no automation platform adds the checkboxes. You need to add it with the AppScript. Also, this drop down. So this drop down is not being inserted automatically with the workflow, but added with this. Like you see here, all these options for the category, and it's being added with the AppScript's code, and not just N8N. And that's the beauty of knowing different automation platforms, especially AppScript. When using spreadsheets, they're super useful. I think I'm going to stop the video here because I think it's a pretty long video and has a lot of information. And of course, you can just ask for this workflow, and I'll send it to you. And in the video after this, I'm going to explain how we extract all the data from here and add it to free agents. Even though the API of free agents, it's so bad. It's the worst API I worked with, but at least they have an API and you can automate your workflow. See you in another video. Have a great day.